Hey friends, welcome back to the channel. And if this is your first time stopping by, thank you so much for clicking on my thumbnail. My name is Catrice and I am the creator behind Catrice Designs. So in today's video, we are going to try out the trending Dollar Tree dish mat. So with this one, I'm going to make a basket. In the Dollar Tree that I went to, they only had two patterns. This solid tan, which is like that, and on the back, and then the red, it's just like watermelon print cutouts on it, and then it's got the solid red on the back. So we're going to try and do a basket. I typically make my baskets out of fabric, and let me show you one. I should have had it ready, but I typically do, I take 5x5 charm squares and sew them together. So this is one that I've made recently, and this is how it turned out. And this is also the fabric ones that I actually, designed the fabric prints and all. These are going to be going on my website in about a week. I'm going to have them ready, and they'll be up on the website. And then I also have them at the craft fairs that I do. So the inside of this one is just solid plain, and it sits by itself. But I thought I would give the trending Dollar Tree dish mat a whirl and see how that turns out. So if you're interested in that, stay tuned. I'm going to reposition the camera and we can get started. Okay, so we're over here at the cutting table, and I'm just going to go ahead and pin this. But in case you were wondering, this dish mat is about 17.5 inches from here to here wide and 12 inches tall. So 12 inches, 17.5. And we'll see what size basket we end up with. But before we start, I'm going to go ahead and cut this little tag off because we don't need it and I don't want it showing. And I noticed that this is 100% polyester front and back. So you can actually sublimate on this if you had a plain fabric, plain design, kind of like this one. This would be an easy one to sublimate on if you don't want an embroidery on it. All right, so let's get started. We're going to go ahead and fold it upwards, and I'm going to pin it down, clip it down the sides. You can pin or clip, whichever one you have. So I'm just going to clip the sides in place. And when I take it to the machine, I can go ahead and stitch down the two sides and then come back. So I'm going to go to the machine. I'm just going to stitch down here and stop. Stitch down here and stop. And remember to start and back stitch, end it, back stitch. Well, you don't really have to back stitch on the bottom part because we're going to cut the square out, but definitely at the two top ends. So just one stitch down and one stitch down. And then we're going to use my little 2-inch ruler. You can actually mark this with one of those erasable disappearing pins, fabric pins, or you can just use the ruler, or you can use your cutting mat. I think I'm going to do this one I was thinking about doing just the one. I may do the 1 inch because this is going to be a small bow, maybe 1.5, and I'm going to cut those out. But we'll do that when I come back. So this is going to be a quick little thing because you don't have to cut out fabric or lining or anything. This is going to be the lining on the inside. So I'm going to go over to the machine and I'll be right back. I am back from the machine, the sewing machine, and now we have the back. I'll stitch down on the side and I stitch down this side. So this is what we have. And then that's the inside now. So the next step that I'm going to do is cut the corner. And I'm just going to use my little 2x2 ruler and mark my spot. So I'm going to cut here and then cut here. And let's go ahead. See, can I do this with the rotary without messing up and stay in frame? All right, so I'm just going to put this down on here. And oh yeah, that cut straight through without a problem. All right, so we're going to go down and then get this little piece out. Right, oops, right there. I used red thread because I wanted the sides to match. So I just got this piece here, and now we're going to go over here and do the exact same thing. Going to cut there. And it looks like the bag is going to end up, the basket is going to end up being more on the small size. So let's get that. All right, so this is what we have. We got like that. We got the corners all cut out. And now the next step is to go to the machine, and you want to fold. Well, let me show you. So we have this. Just turn it upside down. Take this out like that. And you want to line it up, the edges. And we're going to put a stitch straight down here. I'm going to do a straight stitch. And because I do not have a serger, I'm going to use the zigzag stitch on my machine and then just come back and do a zigzag. And that'll just kind of keep, you know, these little things in here from fraying all over the place. But if you have a serger, now would be the time. You can use that. And do the same thing over here on this side. Then we'll come back, we'll have the little basket in place. It's going to be actually cute. So yeah, so it'll sit like that. So these are very quick to make because you don't have to be bothered with trying to cut your fabric, your lining, your batting, and quilt the lining onto the batting and the fabric on the batting and all of that. So I'm going to go ahead and get this all stitched, and when I return, we will have the basket. So straight stitch, follow up with a zigzag on both sides. Okay, we're back from the sewing machine, and now it is sitting up by itself. I went ahead and stitched across here, and also did a little bit of a zigzag stitch. And the same thing on this side, stitched across, and like that. Okay, so now what we want to do is turn it right side out. And make sure you poke out your corners. This was a cute little basket to make. It didn't take too long. And there we have it. So that's what we have. You can, you know, I'm so tempted to just go ahead and embroider something across here, but I'm going to try and leave it like that. Just let it sit like this. So that's how it looks all the way around the sides. And I think, yep, right there are the side seams that we did earlier, right before we cut out the little box squares. And then the inside is like that. Now you can do a, if I were selling these, I would definitely do a lining because I would want to cover up that open seam right there. But just to keep for here, for me, I think this is really cute. And I wonder if, I was going to say you might be able to fold it down like that. But if you do, I would suggest stitching it on the sides so that it doesn't eventually pop back up. But it seems like it wants to stay. Yeah, so if you were to fold it down, then I would definitely suggest stitching the sides down. But it looks like this part here is staying just fine. But I'm going to leave mine up like that. Yep. So that's the little basket out of the dish mat. Okay, everyone, thank you all so much for tuning in for this quick little basket tutorial. And I think on the next one, I'm going to try that one off camera. But if I do decide to do some type of embroidery on it, I will post it. And then that way you all can see how it turns out. But for the most part, this is it. Turned out really cute. And thank you all so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. I know this one was a quicker video, a shorter video, I should say, than my normal videos. But I wanted to definitely try that out since everyone is trying it on YouTube. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed it. And if you did, please give me a thumbs up and consider subscribing to the channel. I really, really appreciate it. And until the next time, I will see you guys next video. Bye.